So yesterday during Winterfest, the sermon, a pretty major thing I took from it was David Skidmore, the first David Skidmore. When he was little, he wanted to play tag, right? And at the end of church, there was like these obstacles he and his friends would kind of get through. Like there was the announcements, there was communion, there was singing, and then there's the closing prayer. And what he was talking about was the closing prayer, and how certain people would say closing prayers faster and shorter, but when he got older, there's this one guy who would go up and say a closing prayer, and it would be like him talking to God, and he explained it like it would be like someone picking up a phone and listening to two people having a conversation. And he said when he was young, the dude used to talk for a while and use really big words that they thought only God could understand. But then when he grew older, like out of college, he started listening to his prayers more and enjoying the guy more. And the guy had two goals. He wanted to live past 2,000 into 100 years of age, the 2000th century. No.
Yes, that's right.
So he died in 2008 at age 99.
In 3/4.
Yeah, which was pretty sad, but it was a really good lesson about how he explained Jesus prayed.
Well, there was so much last night that was so powerful, from the prayers to the singing, of course, the speakers. And one thing that stuck out to me was when David Skidmore had mentioned how our lives can be a mess, but then if we add to that, there can be a message for other people, and we can share and bring them to Christ through our message, through our mess, so to speak. And to me, that just said so many different things. And I really enjoyed that tremendously. So I'm looking forward to today. Next.
What I learned at Winterfest is apparently there are so many people that I didn't know about that are so compassionate about the Bible. Apparently, this one woman had a Bible that is, I forgot how old, but apparently she cried when she accidentally forgot to lock her door and it was stolen. And apparently, I forgot her neighbor or something. Like it was on her dumpster, and she actually cried because she found it. And I didn't realize how many people are so compassionate about the Bible, more than most are. And like he said, there are a lot of tests going through other people, and to believe that there's going to be a lot more.
So I thought everything was good. What stuck out to me was I think the way that he portrayed some of the people, how passionate they were for Christ, sort of like what Thomas had said, because a lot of people nowadays, they aren't that compassionate with God and stuff. And so, yeah.
What I liked about last Winterfest lesson was that how I learned that I'm not the only one who's going through messes and tests. Everyone is.
What I learned from Winterfest was like if you have a test, it can become your testimony. And also like talking about the Bible, we were doing like what's greater than, and a lot of stuff came up. But then like on one of them, the first thing that came up was the Bible, and then like everybody just said that one was greater because what else could be? Next.
All right, so Ezra stole mine. That was the most impactful thing I saw. The story about the brother that prayed, and it wasn't just that he prayed. It was the feeling and the intent behind it. He had so many he had multiple notebooks of prayers, and they looked like conversations to God. But the thing I want to actually like talk about is just the what I got from the whole message. The other thing that stuck out was among the people that were up there helping and doing certain things like holding up signs, there were two young men that stayed. They raised their hand. The speaker asked if anybody's going through anything, you just need two people, raise your hand. And so they stayed up there, and it's extremely important to know that you need to share with other people, because like life is a race, and you can do it alone, but it gets hard, and it gets so hard that some people quit. Some people don't even get up to run the race. But if I'm holding on to somebody and I'm pulling them and they're holding on to me, and we're all pulling each other, we're going to make it to the finish line. You only lose the race when you stop running and you don't share your burden with other people. So it's so important to make it known. Even if you don't tell specifically what it is, make it known that you're just going through something. And that's how you get through it, when you share with other people. Next.
My favorite part from last night's session was the magician, Zach Mears, when he was talking to the crowd. He said, the future is what defines you. The past doesn't define who you are. We're all here for a purpose, and it doesn't matter what happened in the past, because the past is in the past, it's behind you. So look forward to what's coming. Next.
I very much like David Skidmore's lesson. I love the singing too, but I particularly like the part of the lesson of how he was describing as a little kid. He always kind of just wanted to go have fun and play tag, and he didn't think that much about the spiritual meaning of Bible study and stuff. And but later he realized that life is a race, like TJ said, and he said it's not about finishing first; it's about finishing. Period. And you want to bring as many people with you as possible, and that is probably the thing that meant the most to me.
And then I'll share my thought was, he said, chase God. And if somebody is keeping up with you as you're chasing God, talk to them. They might be a good marriage partner for you.